traded Drizzle Toad since they banned the Swift Swim and Drizzle same team.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whoever's next talk, because I'll be back real quick. I'm going to get my food.
But this is exactly why I hate Dream World abilities. Dream World abilities are kind of ruining the game. Some of them are cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like Contrary is a pretty neat ability.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fun. Some of them are fun, but some of them just kind of ruin Pokemon. Make them like Speed Boost Blaziken. That was unfair to Blaziken for Blaziken to be completely banned. Like
Shadow Tag Chandelure.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Chandelure.
Yeah, Chandelure. Like.
Wait, can I bring a Pokemon up now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cloyster.
Oh, God, again.
Of course, that's what you're thinking about, V. You fool.
No, I mean, Cloyster, last gen, I didn't see anyone use Cloyster, hardly ever. But now, as soon as
used
he
to.
gets Shell Smash,
Used
that's
Cloyster.
it. Everyone uses Cloyster.
No, I used the Cloyster before Shell Smash.
I used a Cloyster last gen as well.
So did I.
But it was to set up spikes and then explode.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone is, oh my god, Skill Link, like Shell Smash, Icicle Spear, Cloyster. You know, everyone's
Yeah,
going for it.
That's what you've got now. You've got this whole new metagame that brings these Pokemon that no one used to use into like this
Wait, what are we talking? Which Pokemon are we talking about right now?
Cloyster.
Cloyster. Going
Cloyster?
from never being used to being used for everybody.
No,
Shell
I
Smash
think
Cloyster.
Smogon's usage statistics are pretty fucked up. Because I've probably only seen Cloyster about 3 times altogether.
I've seen
I've
Cloyster
seen-
a lot.
I've seen
Especially on a
Cloyster a lot.
Drizzle Toad team. Especially on Drizzle Toad teams.
You see Cloyster all the time as a lead.
No, I used to use Cloyster as a physical wall when I had to run a mono ice type team.
Yeah, Cloyster is a pretty good physical.
I used to use Cloyster in 4th Gen NU just to set up my toxic spikes and regular spikes and then go boom.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine last gen.
This is my problem, guys. This is my problem with the new OU tier. I'm just gonna point this out. It only includes 53 Pokemon.
Well, that's
So-
around the same. That's around the same number as last gens.
Yeah, that's my problem with the OU tier. There's so little Pokemon that everybody seems to have the same team. It gets repetitive and boring.
Yep.
If you look through the OU tier this time, how many Pokemon are in OU now that were in OU in 4th gen? There's Tyranitar, Scizor.
Garchomp.
No, Garchomp was Uber last gen.
Was Gliscor? Wait, was Gliscor OU or BL?
I think it was OU.
It started out as OU, and then I think by the end of 4th gen it was moved to Borderline.
Okay, Rotom Wash was OU. All 4 of the Rotom.
Infernape is still OU.
Yeah,
Dragonite,
So was Starmie,
Jirachi,
Gyarados,
Lissy,
Lissy,
Gengar,
Vaporeon, Breloom,
Salamence.
Starmie, Gyarados.
No,
Salamence never deserved to be Uber, though.
Salamence started out as OU though, I think.
We're talking about, like, what started out as a...
Metagross, Swampert, Lucario, Hippowdon, Magnezone, Machamp,
A lot of them returned.
Yeah.
Bronzong, and that's the end of all the ones I saw.
Ninetales wasn't.
No,
Ninetales was in you last gen.
Yep.
Yes.
Same with Politoed.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, those were 2 Pokemon I used often, but now I'm not going to use them because they're OU. Like, I hate the OU tier. It, like, puts the same team together all the time. Like, it's so boring to fight the same team every single battle. And the OU tier just seems to insist on doing that.
Disagree with me if you want, but in NU, you do have OU NU Pokemon. And by OU NU, I mean the Pokemon in NU that people use a lot.
Yeah, I understand that.
And you will see a lot of NU teams that are exactly the same. Same with UU. There may be more Pokemon, but people are still going to use the best Pokemon in that tier, and you're still going to see the same Pokemon every time, which makes it about the same as OU and is about as boring.
True.
No.
NU. I'll tell you 4th gen NU what I saw every time. I saw Persian.
And wasn't on my team.
I saw Slowking, Hypno, Persian, and fuck, what's that thing's name?
Pikachu?
Not Pikachu. Pikachu did not deserve to be in U. Pikachu should have kept its ass down in NFE where the fuck it belonged.
I agree.
I remember when I used to run a Pikachu.
See, I didn't run any of those on my NU team.
Typhlosion?
I had
Nope.
Persian because it's
See,
cute.
remember, I was a UU and NU champion in 4th gen, and I didn't use any of those, so the whole reason I moved to UU
Who
and
the fuck
NU,
labeled you? Who the fuck labeled you NUUU champion?
Poke Battle Center on Pokemon Online, I pretty much dominated every UU and NU tournament. Like, I won, like, every one of them, except for one, I think. And V was there for that stuff, so you can ask her, like, I was a beast at it. And I didn't use the normal NU and UU. But now I can't use one of my UU Pokemon because Porygon 2 is now OU. Because of Evolite.
But you have Chansey and you have Dusclops.
I never used either one of them.
Well,
Dusclops
now you
is
should
pretty
start trying. Because Dusclops and Chansey, even though they're UU, are being used in OU and they still fucking dominate.
I run a Dusclops in my Trick Room team.
Yeah.
But see, you can't even predict the Pokemon I use. That's the funny part. Like, do you think there's going to be a borderline tier in this generation, guys?
There has to
Of
be.
course.
So what do you think is going to be borderline?
Oh, I can name like fucking 10 right now.
Alright, name them.
Zapdos, Jolteon, Suicune, Zoric, Electivire, Hitmontop, Dawnfan, Azelf, Celebi, Mamoswine, Milotic, Suicune, Weavile, Mew,
Honchkrow.
Milotic doesn't deserve it.
Who?
Milotic won't be BL. It wasn't in the last gen.
Milotic will, well actually, no, never mind.
Yeah, it won't be.
Yeah,
Raikou will probably go borderline again.
He
Carfon,
will.
what the fuck is that thing's name?
Well,
Carfon?
do you think Gallade will make it back to BL, or do you think Gallade will
Who will
stay?
make that BL?
Gallade will probably go UU this gen.
Yeah, I don't expect...
I think that with the addition of some of the new Pokemon, Gallade's just not going to be able to keep up, and it'll probably go down to UU, but it's still too strong for NU.
What happened to Flygon, though?
Yeah, Flygon, I'm saying calling Flygon BL at most. He may stay UU because he wasn't even the best OU last gen, really.
Yeah, but he was on a lot of OU teams because he had usefulness.
No, he was on a lot of OU teams because he was a dragon, and he was one of the only few dragons they were left to use.
Sure.
But there's a lot of OUs that have now, like, been dethroned that's just it's so surprising, because, like, last gen you saw them everywhere, and now they're not.
Like Zapdos.
Like
yeah, Zapdos.
Like I look
Electivire.
Look at
But to be fair, Weavile got a lot less usage once Garchomp was banned.
Exactly.
And then when Salamence went, Weavile was completely extinct. Like, once Salamence and Garchomp were gone, there was no use for Weavile.
After Garchomp was gone, after Garchomp and Salamence were gone, the rate you saw Weavile went down drastically.
Yes, it did. And that's very sad. I think Sneasel deserves to be OU and deserves a stat boost. That's just my opinion.
I think Sneasel
no.
deserves to keep its ass in NFE where it belongs.
Exactly.
Sneasel's on my OU team, and my OU team defeated you, if I'm not mistaken. So,
And it was also a singles OU team, and we did doubles and triples, what my team was not made up for.
and my team was a singles OU team as well.
Touche.
Guys,
Actually, another Pokemon that I'm surprised with where it's placing now is actually Mew.
Oh my god, yeah, as much Mews as I've seen. But then again, the reason I've seen a lot of Mew is because I watch Shofu, and Shofu uses a Mew. So that's why.
Mew is completely versatile. You cannot tell what Mew is going to do. It can be a wall, it can be a special attacker, physical attacker, supporter. You do not know what the fuck it's going to do.
That's why it deserves to be OU. That's what OU needs. OU needs diverse Pokemon instead of the same Pokemon over and over and over. Like, in OU, you see a Pokemon, you know exactly what it's going to do. Like, that's what's so boring about it. Someone sends out a Pokemon, you can name its moveset to the person, and what item it's holding, what EVs it's running, what nature it is, and they'll be like, yep. It's like,